The apartment building on Borey Street had been abandoned for years, but my curiosity got the better of me. With the sun setting, I slipped through a hole in the rotting fence and ascended the creaky staircase. The higher I went, the colder the air became, thick with mildew and neglect. I reached the fourth floor, where a peculiar sense of unease wrapped around me like a shroud. I pushed open the door to apartment 403, its hinges groaning in protest. Inside, the place was a time capsule of decay. Furniture covered in dust, cobwebs draping from the ceiling. My flashlight flickered, casting erratic shadows that seemed to dance along the walls. I noticed a strange painting hanging askew on one wall, an eerie depiction of a woman with hollow eyes. As I explored, the oppressive silence was occasionally broken by unsettling noises. Distant thumps, creaks, and whispers I couldn't quite place. I ventured deeper into the apartment, drawn to a door at the end of a narrow hallway. It was slightly ajar, revealing a small, dark room. Pushing the door open, I found an old rocking chair facing a corner. It began to sway gently as if someone had just risen from it. I froze. The whispers grew louder, now a chorus of anguished voices. The temperature plummeted, my breath visible in the icy air. Suddenly, a shadowy figure emerged from the corner, its face obscured but its presence unmistakable. It reached out with long, skeletal fingers. Panic surged through me, and I bolted for the exit, but the door slammed shut with a deafening bang. The whispers turned into a cacophony of screams as the shadow drew closer, the darkness closing in around me. As I stumbled down the stairs, my heart pounded with fear and adrenaline. The building seemed to pulsate with an eerie, almost sentient energy. Just as I reached the ground floor, an unusual soft glow caught my eye from a doorway partially hidden behind a pile of old furniture. Drawn by a mixture of dread and curiosity, I hesitated before pushing the door open. Inside the basement was a labyrinth of dust-covered relics and broken furniture. The faint light emanated from an ancient, cobweb-covered mirror leaning against the wall. Its surface was cracked, but shimmered with an unnatural glow. As I approached, a chill ran down my spine. The mirror's reflection seemed to pulse with a life of its own. I reached out, barely touching the mirror's surface, when a cold, disembodied voice whispered from behind me, "You've seen too much." I whirled around, but there was no one there. The whispers grew louder, a cacophony of voices pleading and threatening. The basement walls seemed to close in, and the mirror's reflection twisted into horrific, shadowy forms. Panicked, I fled back up the stairs, the mirror's haunting reflections seared into my mind. I burst out into the night, the chilling feeling of being followed pressing on my back. I glanced back once more, but the building was gone, replaced by an empty lot. I knew then that whatever I had encountered was not finished with me.